The final regular season game in the Great Lakes League just so happens to be a rivalry game. The Locos traveling to Grand Lake for a chance at a season sweep of the Mariners. Lima has been nothing but dominant against their rivals from the south, outscoring the M's 47-12 so far this season. Starting in the second, Malik Spratling went 2 for 4 with 5 RBI yesterday against the Mariners, and he continues right where he left off, leaving Montgomery Field in left center. That's the first of his 2 home runs today. Locos lead 1-0. Later in the inning, 2 on for Jess Davis. He skies that ball well to center. Not enough, though, as the catch is made, but Brandon Doty tags from third to come on home. Locos up 2-0. We move ahead to the 5th. Mariners trailing 5-1 until Steven Fitzsimmons smacks one deep to left center. One hopping to the fence. Mackenzie Hicks comes on home. The RBI double brings them within 3. To the 7th, Mariners trying to chip away with Van Acker, but Tyler Simons got a golden glove. The 6-4 double play ends the 7th. In the 8th, Grand Lake only down 2. Fitzsimmons again coming up with the hit. That one to center. Hicks crosses home plate once more. The Mariners drawing within a run. They get one more chance in the 9th, but Simon hits the mound this time. He ends the regular season with a game-ending strikeout. The Locos sweep Grand Lake, winning 5-4. In the majors, it's a rubber match between the Indians and Tigers at Comerica. Bottom of the 1st, Tigers trail by 1. Nick Castellanos hits a grounder, but it's good enough to bring in Leonis Martin. Detroit tying things up, but the Indians came ready to play. Top of the 2nd, Melky Cabrera homers on a line drive to right field. That's Melky's first dinger of the season. Indians up 2-1. Next inning, Yonder Alonso joins the home run party. He gets underneath one and lets it fly right out of the yard. Alonso gets his 2nd of the series and 18th of the year. Tribe taking a 5-1 lead. And even with the pitching change, the Indians were just teeing off on the Tigers. This time it's Edwin Encarnacion with a solo shot to left field. That's number 24 for the DH. The Indians taking another series against the Tigers, winning 8-1. As for the Reds, they can take their 4-game series against the Phillies with a win at home. Bottom of the 3rd, Kirk Casale finds the gap in left center field, rolling all the way to the wall. Phillip Ervin scores. The Reds drawing first blood thanks to back-to-back doubles. And they strike again 3 batters later. Scooter Gennett ripping a changeup deep to right field. That's number 17 for Scooter. The 2-run blast puts the Reds up 3-0. And to shut this game down, Raisel Iglesias takes care of business with the bases loaded. The Reds pitching staff was busy as a combined 4 pitchers struck out the Phillies 14 times. Cincinnati shuts out the Phillies 4-0, taking the series 3-1. And today in Cooperstown, 6 members were inducted into Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. Chipper Jones and Jim Thome headlined the class of 2018 as first ballot selections. And a pair of Tigers were elected from the Modern Baseball Era Committee, Jack Morris and his longtime teammate Alan Trammell. Morris won 4 World Series titles and was victorious more than any other pitcher in the 80s with 162 wins. Trammell was a 6-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove winner, and took home a World Series title with Morris in 1984. The Tribe's Thome was one of the most feared power hitters of his time. He ranks 8th on the home runs list with 612, but no one has more walk-off homers than Thome, leading the majors with 13.
These last few months have been an absolute whirlwind for a kid that grew up in Peoria, Illinois, hitting rocks in our gravel driveway on South Crest Drive with aluminum bat until my family and neighbors couldn't take it anymore. This is the ultimate dream come true.
As we step off the mound, when we come back, we head on out to the track. The 2nd race at Pocono is upon us right after this quick timeout. Welcome back. NASCAR returns to Pocono Raceway for the 2nd time this season. Martin Truex Jr. winning the 400 back in June. To the Tricky Triangle we go in beautiful Pennsylvania. Final lap of Stage 1, Chase Elliott leads 12 laps and captures his 2nd stage of the season. Lap 64, Kevin Harvick started in 29th, moving on up to take the lead from Eric Jones. Harvick takes Stage 2 for his 10th stage win of the season. And then with 7 to go, we have a scary moment as Bubba Wallace loses control through the infield and smashes into the outside wall at full speed. It turns out the brakes went out on the 43. Luckily, Wallace gets out of his car and is able to walk under his own power, giving the crowd a thumbs up to show he's all right. 2 to go, and Eric Almirola spins across the track to bring out the caution, so we get some free racing at the Tricky Triangle. The field gets 3 wide off of the restart, and it's Kyle Busch diving low to take the lead over Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones. Rowdy distances himself from the rest of the field, and it's smooth sailing the rest of the way. Kyle Busch started in 28th week today, and he battles back to take the checkered flag for the 6th time this season. This victory marks 49 career Cup wins for Busch, tying Tony Stewart on the all-time list. Katie.
So, John, you were kind of talking about this off camera, kind of that you used to vacation Pocono. Do you ever catch any races out there?
I actually did all the time, went to the Pocono Raceway. It's fantastic. And the coolest thing about Pocono, the mountains, as you guys saw in the establishing shot, the deer there will actually come up and eat bananas and carrots right out of your hand.
Probably not at the racetrack, though.
That's correct.
They'd probably stay away. Thanks so much, John. We'll wrap things up after the break.